What is going on, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. I hope we're all doing really well. Now, again, Monday night video. Yeah, we've got a new tactic for you guys. It is what you see in front of you. So it is the 4-2-3-1. It is the more narrower formation than the wide one. You can see the players we're using. They're not the best, but they do the job. I was fortunate enough to pack Haaland. Untradeable. I'm not sure how much he is now. Yeah, he's about 200k. A really good card if you can get hold of him. Neymar, again, we packed quite early on too, but again, a relatively cheap card. But he has that sprint boost on this guy is ridiculous. It's like, like mystery ball. He runs. Oh, he's so good. He runs really well with the ball. It's kind of like a cheat code with him. But yeah, anyway, I'm not going to bore you with players. There's other YouTubers to do that. I'm not even going to rant about the gameplay because we all rant about it every year, and yet we all seem to be coming back and buying it. And those YouTubers that are ranting about it, the following day they've got content out again. So, it is what it is. The game isn't great, but we do have ways of combating certain features that are broken in this game. So let's just jump straight into this 4-2-3-1 narrow that I've built. Now, this is perfect against the five at the backs, which everybody seems to be running to at the minute. I haven't personally tried the five at the back yet. I'm going to, of course, I'm going to, because it is a pretty good formation at the minute. However, it is frustrating because nobody wants to play five at the back formation. So yeah, this is where we're at. We're running the 4-2-3-1 narrow. We're going to have it on balanced build up. Defensive approach, we're going to be quite aggressive, so we're not going to be quite as high as that. We're going to be around about the 90 mark. It is aggressive enough without being too leery, if you like. Yeah, I'm going to drop in some gameplay, going to drop in some goals. I'm going to drop in some FutChamps goals with this as well, some playoff and some rivals. We're quite high up in rivals now. We are Division 1, stuck in Division 1 at the minute. A bit of a pain in the backside, but yeah, it is what it is with the servers and the gameplay and stuff like that. So again, not going to rant about it too much. And then I'm going to come back and I'm going to show you guys some gameplay. Come back and I'll show you how I've got it set up. Obviously the code is in the top left. If I'm boring you too much, you just want to get straight on with it. But if you want an explanation on how this works, then yeah, definitely come back at the end of the gameplay so I can show you how it is. So yeah, we'll just jump straight into the first game here. 4-2-3-1. You can see right from kickoff we change nothing, but you can quite clearly see we're high up the pitch. We always have that bank of four defending and that one DM that is holding. You can see that on your screen now, and that is where they sit. What is a really good example is the lobbed through ball is so OP at the minute. I don't know what's happening, but as soon as you hit that lob through ball, the defending team, the AI just doesn't pick up the run, and then before you know it, you've stepped up and they're in through and goal. There's quite a few examples of that, and it's probably frustrating for you guys because it is definitely frustrating for me, but we're all doing it to our advantage, so I think that will be nerfed at some point. So yeah, the lob through ball is extremely OP at the minute. But anyway, going back to this formation, you can see here, you would think we'd be quite attacking, but it's actually not that attacking. You get a high turnover, which is what you want. You win the ball high up the pitch, and then from there you can go ahead and get your goal. And we're already 2-0 up in like the 7th minute. This is how well this formation works. It is a very good, I'm not going to say balanced formation, because most formations are balanced, but this formation gives you that added security that, again, there, bank of four, two midfielders, and then you're throwing on goal again. We get a little bit of luck, and then we get the third goal quite quickly. But yeah, as I was saying, what this gives you is that added security of knowing your bank of four are there. Even if your left back and right back are all the way forward, I do show my opponent's goal here because it is just a sloppy pass, otherwise we wouldn't have conceded. But yeah, you get the gist of where I'm going with this formation. It is very solid defensively, and if you know how to attack in this game, you're going to score bags and bags of goals. So from here, straight to Neymar. Don't even need a ball roll with this guy. He's such a good card. And yeah, we're already 4-1 up. And then this last goal is a prime example of what I was saying at the beginning of the AI not picking up runners. So again, we'll get the ball back there. and then we're into the midfield, and then that one pass, you can see he's in control there of his centre back, but they don't engage, and then we get the goal. And that is what is broken about this game, because that shouldn't happen. Those players should be stepping up, but they're not. So yeah, that's where the game is broken at the minute. But I'll keep showing examples of how this formation works. Yeah, and a perfect example here is the FutChamps clips. It's a little bit more sweaty in FutChamps than it is Rivals. Unfortunately, it's a little bit more harder this year in FutChamps as well. I'm already coming up against ridiculously good teams, and you can see we go 1-0 up, then we go 2-1 down. But for some strange reason, this game is worse than last year in the respect of comeback goals and coming back. Not sure if it's a placebo effect or whatever, but anyway, you can see we get it to 2-2. Again, the formation is just it works regardless of whether you're conceding goals or not. I mean, you're going to concede goals. I've said it so many times over the last year or two. You're going to concede. I haven't found a formation where you don't concede. For me, it's the amount of goals you score and getting that win. That's the most important thing. And again, when you come up against the most aggressive opponent like this opponent, for example, is really, really aggressive. It comes into its own. You're not overruled, you're not overpowered. I haven't found a situation where, again, another example is an aggressive opponent. But again, I don't feel like I'm not stuck in my own half with this formation. Sometimes you can feel like you're trying to clear the ball, but it's just back to their midfield player or back to their striker, or their defender cuts it out. I don't get that with this formation. I just get a pure balanced formation that defends extremely well, attacks even better than I expected it to, and you always have players available for those short passes, long passes, left back to right back. It's just, definitely give this one a go. Anyway, let's jump into how I've got it set up. Yeah, we scored a lot of goals, can't deny it. We did a lot of goals, and it felt quite solid in defence as well, which is unusual for this game, because usually if your opponent's got it on poacher, for example, your defence sits on the 18-yard line and they can just ping that one pass and they just beat you every time. Now this combats that a little bit, which is pretty cool. So without the ball, you can see how we're set up. It's a standard 4-2-3-1 without the ball. With the ball is where it gets interesting. With the ball, it is more like a 2-4-3-1, if you like. The front four are very, very close together, as you can see. I mean, we've got Haaland on advance forward. We've got the middle cam on shadow striker and attack. The two wide players, we've got them on shadow strikers as well. So in game, these three are very, very close together to the striker. So it's very narrow. And giving you your width is your left back and right backs. We have them on wing back and balanced. And they give you your width. So essentially, you have got your 4 forwards and your 2 wing backs as well. So you are attacking with 6 at any given moment. And then here you have them on roaming. So basically, these 2 here will fill in the gaps. That one will go left back, one will go right back. So you've still got a back 4. That is how this is defensively. It's pretty solid. With the ball, and it's also pretty solid without the ball. Now, it's not often you get back into this position, if you like, because the game is too quick, so it's not often you'll get back into the 4-2-3-1 unless it's from kick-off or a goal conceded, goal scored, etc., etc. But it's more with the ball that you want to be looking at, and this is usually when you win the ball back, you're still in this setup, which is pretty nice. So it is like a 2-4-3-1. And again, I'll repeat it, with the 2 holding players there, they will fill in any gaps that are left. So yeah, if the wing back goes forward, they'll cover the wing back position. So yeah, you'll see it if you've watched the gameplay, and you'll see what I mean. Now I'm going to call this a meta formation because it is working for me, and it is stifling my opponent, which means I'm only conceding 1 goal per game with this, but I'm scoring lots and lots of goals. And that's essentially what we want, isn't it? So, give this one a go. Definitely 100% give this one a go. You've got nothing to lose. And I'm really enjoying it at the minute. So, yeah, hit that like button if you like what you see. Subscribe if you haven't already. And until next time, well, it'll be Friday night now. I do have a clubs video. I might pop that in on Wednesday if you're interested in that. So stay tuned. Hit that notification bell if you want to stay tuned for that. Yeah, I'll drop in a bonus video midweek, and it'll be on pro clubs. So yeah, definitely worth looking out for that one. Yeah, take care.